Hello everybody, what's happening? My name's Neil, welcome along to Midlife Motors, and a quick and unplanned video today because I'm trying to get this car ready. It's going away into storage tomorrow because I'm having some work done on the house and I need the space. But as I've been getting it ready, I've been umming and ahhing about the age of it and the technology in it. I mean, we know the engine's fantastic and it's a great drive, but the Polo that you see opposite there, digital dash, this doesn't have a digital dash. Even spinning around here, my daily driver, a fairly lowly spec Corolla, this will even park itself. This car here won't park itself. So are you going to feel a little bit shortchanged, or is the older analog way better? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the tech, because it has got some, but it is a little bit behind the times. And I'm going to try and answer my own question. We've got a key. This is not keyless, so to get in, we always have to hit the button. Once we're in though, a couple of good things. Number one, it's got this sort of entry mode. I don't know what it's exactly called, where it lifts the steering wheel up for you so you can get in and out easier, and it'll open and close the mirrors for you as you start and stop. And also, again, it's not even push button, so we have to use the key. Quite a nice key, but we don't have to step on the brake or anything like that. So to start the car, don't even have to get in it, so we can listen to all the V8 goodness from outside. That's quite good. Let's jump in and have another look around. Okay, so inside now, and we haven't turned anything on. This is how it looks before you give it much in the way of power. So let's do that now. As I put the key in, you'll probably see the steering wheel drop. There it goes. It illuminates, so it's starting to power up. I don't know if you heard that click on, and it does a nice little sweep. There you go, and then lights are all out. We're away. So now it's coming to life. This is quite nice. At night time, this lights up really nice. It's very LED, and whoop, turn the stereo down. It's very LED-esque and nice. Over this side, it's a bit old and yellowy, the colors, so you can actually more or less turn that screen off, so I tend to do that, so you just get this nice look. The rev counter is really easy to see. I like that. And the speedo on the left here, I tend to have a digital display in front of me for my speedometer because that's not the easiest to see. There's too many numbers here. It goes up to 200 miles an hour, which is not necessary. You should have spread it out a little bit more, but the rev counter is great. So the screen I normally have it on actually is, here we go. No, don't reset. I usually have it on AMG mode. Now, I usually have it on this until the car gets up to temperature, because it will tell me the oil temperature and the water temperature in the engine, so I know when that's got good, but it will also tell me the oil temperature in the differential, the gearbox, and I like to get that up to temperature before I start to use the performance of the car. Also gives me my miles per hour in digital, and it will tell me the gear I'm in. Not so much at the moment because we're in comfort, but if I was to come down here to the little toggle to change the modes, it'll go, if you watch the top right there, we're in C at the moment, there's sport, and there's M's manual, so that would then tell me what gear I'm in, because I would start shifting using the down and the up paddles. Right, so there we go. Let's put it back in there. So that's it. I would leave it on that to go. Now, one thing that's really strange, really old-fashioned, parking sensors. It's got sensors on the front and sensors on the rear. Now, the ones on the front, this is the bar that lights up here. I don't really watch it. I listen for the beeps. The rear one, however, is behind you on this bar here, which you think, my God, that's just daft, it's behind me. However, somebody cleverly thought about that, because when you look through the rear view mirror, you can see the colors changing. Makes a bit of sense, doesn't it? Again, like I say, I don't really watch them. I just listen for the beeping. No camera on this. Coming down to the display here, it's quite nicely finished, and it's a nice size, but this is very old school. There's just a big chunk of switches here, which is good. I can turn the air scarf and the heated seats on very quickly, which is good. But this lot here, these buttons here, I don't really use. I'll use this one to turn the music up and down, which is very handy. But I don't use any of this. This reminds me a little bit of 997, 911. Remember when you could dial the number on the... But no, I don't use any of that sort of stuff. You don't really need to. You can shortcut. These are my shortcuts here to radio. But what I tend to do is use the little toggle down here when you're driving. This is really the easiest thing to use. And you can just toggle between your telephone, your audio, your nav, that sort of stuff. You can connect your device. It's not coming up now, but if my phone was in here and I wanted to read my messages, I could do do that as well. No Android Auto or Apple CarPlay in this, so I tend to do everything Bluetooth through the phone, and I'll just use my wireless data to stream my music. Easy to use the climate control. Everything's down here, which is quite nice, and I like the fact that it's buttons. Don't really like the gear stick arrangement. This is a bit of a blob here. I know a few people changed to the newer style on the SLC, which is quite a nice setup, but I'm trying to keep this car factory original, therefore I'm not going to do that. Steering wheel's really nice, really well sized, really well trimmed, not too much crap on it as well. It's got the voice activation button, and it's got your controls for you going through your menus and answering your phone and turning your music up and down. But I don't really use any of that. I just enjoy you. I don't like a steering wheel with lots of buttons on it, so this is good. You'll be used to this. Again, this is old school Mercedes. To adjust my seat, I just press these buttons here, and the memory, I don't have to get into any, I don't have to go through any menu to move my headrest or anything like that. And then we've got the controls for the windows, and the mirrors all close to hand. The car will auto lock and unlock when you get started, which is quite good. Strange one here on this car, there's no stalk on the right hand side. They're both on the left hand side, so you've got your cruise control down the bottom here, and you've got your indicators and your windscreen wipers on the same stalk here, so you've got kind of like a clear area, which is quite good. You don't bump your knee getting in and out because you're quite low down in this car. Everything else, yeah, I mean, it's probably at that era, 2015, this car, although it was originally a sort of 2012 car. It's of that era where the sort of swap over from the analog to the digital was happening but hadn't fully arrived yet, so you've got a bit of everything, but it's neither one nor the other. One thing I would have to say though, that's still ahead of its time in this car despite all these years: why hasn't every convertible got air scuff? It's a great invention. Other manufacturers need to catch up. And the seats, wow, the seats is such a comfortable car, this, to go for journeys. So that's it. Is it old-fashioned? Let me know in the comments below. Could you live with this? I can, because I don't really use this car much other than just to go for a great big drive. But is this too old for you? Maybe for some people in this day and age it is. Well, there we go. Age catches up with all of us one day, doesn't it? But crikey, doesn't this car, doesn't it still look good? Thanks very much for watching this one. I hope it's been informative. If it has, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want to hit subscribe and see more about this and other cars, then please do. I shall see you again soon. I'm going to lock it the old-fashioned way. It even gives us a beep. Catch you in the next one. Goodbye.